So I just came home from a Christmas party, and most everybody was drinking alcohol besides me. They were drinking wine or beer or cider, and I wasn't drinking, but nobody could really tell. Why? Because I have this one hack that I'd love to share with you. And I just discovered it, so it's pretty hot off the press. Maybe not for everybody, but definitely for me. And that is having non-alcoholic beers or mocktails, whatever you like, or non-alcoholic wine, whatever you like, and mixing it with kava extract. Now, if you don't know what kava is, it's a root that comes from the South Pacific Islands. It takes about 5 years for it to reach maturity. They take the plant out of the ground, they wash the roots, they dry the roots, they pound the roots into a powder, and then they make it into a tea or a concentrate in this case. Some people don't like the tea. It's kind of like very earthy. It almost tastes like muddy water, but some people like it, some people don't. I like it, but what's really cool is you can kind of have kava to go, right? It comes in this little tincture. And the cool thing about kava is why would I drink it in the first place? Well, number one, it's ceremonial and it's super cool. Number two is because it gives you kind of like a sedative property. Like when you have a beer, you just kind of like chill, relaxed, a little bit chatty, maybe. It kind of gives you the exact same feeling, except without drinking. So you just get like one like tincture, like this is a half tincture, but in my drink, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to do all these three things at once. So I do a half tincture and then another half tincture, which is one serving. Put it straight into whatever cocktail you'd like, or mocktail, or drink. Um, this is just, one of those Green Wise organic, like carbonated waters with lemon flavor. And then I just mixed it with 2 or 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And it tastes like kombucha. So if you haven't tried it yet, it's fire. And so I just mixed the kava on top. It tastes the same. It doesn't taste any different. But what's cool about it is it gives you this kind of like the same feeling you feel when you have one beer, like where you're calm, you're chill, you relax, you're in the mood. You're drinking like everybody else. You don't feel left out because everybody else is, drinking their mind altering substances. And this technically is one too, but it's just one that you don't get hooked to. You don't get a hangover. You don't want to drink more of it. You just drink one. If you want to drink two, that's cool too. And you can put it in anything. So once I start like squirting things, I don't like make it super apparent, like, hey guys, I'm not drinking and I got kava. People are just like, oh, what's that? And I say, oh, like you kind of told them the story that I just told you. And I said, oh, it's a kava. It's kava. Oh, what's kava? Oh, it's a South Pacific root. I kind of go into the history, and it makes like my drink kind of a party trick, or people are like, okay, well, like, what is that? What do you do? And luckily, I actually lived in Fiji for a couple months, so I kind of have like a story that I could tell people, right? So when people say like, oh, I drink to be social, yeah, there is a social aspect of people gathering around and drinking a substance, but does that have to be alcohol? Absolutely not. And this isn't alcohol. So for people who feel like they're alcoholics or who are just sober curious and want to be sober serious, having this kava like tincture and concentrate is a freaking bonus play. And the other cool thing about it is, this whole entire thing with 30 servings is like 30 bucks. So it's like paying like one $1 for a beer, right? So totally worth it. And like I said, you could put it into absolutely anything. You could honestly just do like tincture shots if you want to. You can make your own shots. The Honestly, the possibilities with this kava is endless. And there's also another thing that people can also use. I would say it's more strong than kava is kratom, and kratom is also a tea. The only issue with kratom is it can be addictive because it's technically like an opioid, and kind of has the same come down, like the withdrawals, as opium. So if you like have like an addictive personality, or like kind of an all or nothing person, I would be careful with kratom and just stick with kava. Like kava is super safe. It doesn't taste like anything. But I'm telling you what. So what happens to me is when I drink it, right away I start like feeling like I said, relax, and like I just start talking more. If you haven't noticed already, no, just kidding. So you just start talking more, and then it might make you a little sleepy, like kind of relax, so relaxed you're just kind of tired. So it's definitely not something where it's like, yeah, yeah, rage, 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 kava, kava. Like it's not something to abuse. It's something to enjoy and enjoy the origin, the ceremonial aspect of it. And I would not recommend mixing it with alcohol. So like let's say somebody's like, hey, add some to my beer, or hey, it's like, oh, let's take vodka shots with kava. I mean, that's totally up to your discretion, but I would say to like kind of respect the kava and not mix it with alcohol. I'm sure there's some articles on why not to do that, but I just heard not to mix kava with alcohol. Now, if people are already drinking and like let's say have a beer or two, that's not a big deal. But to like actually mix the kava tincture in with shots or in with vodka or in with uh, beer is just not something that I support. But if that's something you support to try to like kind of share what you have, then up to you. But yeah, like I said, you could put it in anything and it tastes like nothing in this tincture form. If you want to have it in the raw form, it's a little more of a process. So I would say if you want to kind of be introduced into kava and how it makes you feel, like I said, it's about $30 on Amazon. If you are interested in getting the link, just send me a message and I'll send you over the link. So yeah, what a great party trick to add to literally any of your drinks. So like I went through this. I knew I was gonna bring my kava with me, and I knew I was gonna bring like one or two non-alcoholic beers. Like I was set. If they didn't have what I needed, I already had what I needed. I didn't need anything. I didn't need any drinks. What I'm saying from them because I already came prepared, and I feel like that's the biggest first step. If you're gonna be sober and do a party where other people are drinking, like bring your own supplies just in case. Like always bring your own supplies. If you bring one or two non-alcoholic beers, or like I said, like some apple cider vinegar and a couple things of um, soda water, then bring it and bring your little kava thing and you're good to go. And it's kind of like a party trick. It's a conversation starter. It makes more conversation than you bringing a beer for sure. So yeah, when people say, "Oh, I need drink alcohol to be social," you don't. Just have something funky that people are like, "Holy shit, what is that?" "Oh, that's my kava." You want to try it? Sweet, let's go. So anyway, just wanted to drop this on here because it's something that I learned very recently, and I hope the word spreads around because this stuff is awesome. It's such a great transition, and being to be able to witness kava at its roots, literally, has been so cool. And I'm so glad that I can share this message to every single buddy else that might be struggling. I mean, might be struggling, just want to quit drinking because they're tired of the bullshit that it comes with, right? And kava is a great alternative. It's safe, it's healthy for your digestion, it's got so many different benefits, and does make you feel a little funky. All right. So give it a try. Give me a shout out if you need any, if you have any questions or you want the link. Much love. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your holidays. You.